Gemini, and December is going to be an amazing month for you because a lot of you are actually going to do a timeline jump. And if you haven't felt the energy, you're about to. Let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Gemini as we go forward. We're going to look at your foundation. We're going to look at family, friends, romance, and then I'll give you the guided message at the end of the reading. But what I'm hearing for you right off the bat, Gemini, is a big shift is coming for you. Now, if you remember, there's a while there where Gemini was doing great, and then they did a big drop where there was a lot of anger. And this was a couple of years ago, and it lasted for a year or maybe even two for some of you, where it just didn't resonate, things didn't, anything positive was like, whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Leave a comment. Were you one of those people? But right now, over the last 6 to 10 months, Gemini's been finding their way back up, back up, back up. And I have to say, your energy is riding high in the month of December. Now remember, Mercury's in retrograde, making sure that we have gone through and taken care of anything we need to take care of. So some of you may be finding that you need to go to the dentist. All right, this may have been something you were guided to do before, you meant to do before, like when the last Mercury was in retrograde, and you didn't do it. A little toothache, and then it went away. You knew you needed to go. Now you're going to have that come back again, and I am seeing a tooth. Let us know if it's you whose tooth has been hurting lately, and make sure you get in to see the dentist or get it treated, whatever you need to do for you. But this is about taking care of old business so that you can make this timeline shift. Now, we had like a little, I heard a pre-jump. The energy was like a pre-jump. Did you feel it? Like we went through a timeline jump, but it wasn't a full jump, but it was like the beginning stage. And we've been doing this. I have personally experienced 3 of them just since I've been in Spain alone. And this timeline jump is where you're creating a new life. It's the new you. It's who you really are as an authentic person. And it's going to shine for a lot of our Geminis, especially when you make this final jump. Now, a timeline is very, very cool. I'll do a separate video if you want me to. I will do it right here on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll write about it in my new Rising Through Ascension. That is on Substack. I'll put the link right up here for you guys. But this is going beyond, by the way. That's going further into the ascension process. But there's just this very powerful energy when it comes to your foundation. When it comes to feeling safe and secure for the sign of Gemini, December is really going to bring that energy. I'm not saying it isn't going to be a little bit havoc. It will be. Maybe technical difficulties. I'm late with my December readings because they were, I'm in an apartment, and I'm officially in a contracted apartment, which is very exciting, but it's also on the ocean front. And here it's not very populated right now. So they're redoing a lot of the construction work. They're rebuilding buildings, interiors and things. So they were drilling. It sounded like it was right behind my head. It didn't matter. As soon as I started recording videos, bam, there they were. Then they're gone for an hour and then they come back. So it was crazy. That's the kind of craziness, the havoc that you may be going through as well, where things are popping in unexpectedly for Gemini. But this is really a beautiful time for you to feel safe and secure. Take a look at your what you're investing your money in, what you're investing your time in. It has a lot to do with investment for the sign of Gemini. Okay, investments. Now, this has also a direct connection to your foundation, where you live, the property you live in, just how secure you are overall in general for the month. And you've got the beautiful Ace of Cups, right? This is abundance coming in. You see how everything ties in these readings. This is what I'm seeing for Gemini. This is a very powerful, powerful energy. Now, it is important for you to remember to get into your mind, body, and spirit and align directly with Source so that you can allow the abundance to come in. When we fight it, when we say, oh, this is stupid, you're not going to get the abundance. It's just that simple. simple. It is that simple. So if you're in that mode, just go ahead and go on to the next person, whoever you follow as far as spiritual growth is concerned. This isn't about the tarot. This is about guided messages to help each of you rise higher than you are in the position you're at the moment, or come out of what you've been going through in transition, transmute. That's what this whole channel has been about. Tarot is just, it's a way to communicate. It's a form of communication. It helps you to reattach to your intuition. And that's what I feel a lot of you have been learning, the spiritual tools, the spiritual tricks to help become more nutritionally based. I see a lot of you have been changing. I'm seeing a lot of grains. Okay, a lot of grains, like you've been changing your diet, which is really well, or you need to really reflect on it, because if your gut is wrong, if your diet is wrong, that will also block the abundance. So making sure that everything feels safe and secure for you through the havoc, that is the number one goal in your foundation, and you will have the abundance that you need. Now, when it comes to family and friends, look at that. My throat just instantly went like that. Some of you Gemini need to square some things off with somebody around you. This may be somebody who's going through a massive change where you need to say something. This could be you need to say to them, or vice versa. It may be your partner. Hold on, I dropped a card. It may be your partner, okay? It could be anybody around you, maybe your next door neighbor that you're watching go through this, but something needs to be said to help encourage, to help wise words, words of wisdom need to be shared from Gemini to another and another to Gemini. There's a healing situation when it comes to family where there may have been a lot of trepidation. There may have been a lot of conflict, but you're actually kind of come out of this conflict for Gemini, and it's very positive energy. The Five of Wands, right? That's inner conflict. Do I or don't I when it comes to this family member? How far should I go? But there's a magnet that I'm seeing that's going to pull these two people, you, and I'm only seeing in this particular vision, I'm seeing Gemini and one other person, where this magnet is going to pull you together. The divine is going to bring the two of you together by chance. It doesn't necessarily mean, that it's planned necessarily, although it can be. There's something very positive going to come out of this, because remember, after the Five of Wands, conflict, inner conflict, conflict with another person, comes the Six of Wands, achievement, victory. And that's what I see happening through this conversation. It is going to be a passionate conversation, and it's going to go deep. And again, Mercury's in retrograde, bringing this back around. Now, some of you, this could be telepathic, where you're not actually talking to them, but most of you, it is going to be in person, whether it's virtual, by phone, text message. There is a live communication going on, not telepathically. Your intuition is growing, okay? And you're going to know exactly who you want to be in your soul family. And for a lot of you, it may go right back to that first message right there, where you're going to decide to bring this person in or not, or vice versa. They're going to bring you in or not. That is massive healing over there, and it needs to be resolved so you can do this timeline jump. We can't jump the timeline. We can't ascend fully if we still have inner conflict about anything or anyone. So this is a big release when it comes to family and friends around you, Gemini. It's very positive energy, but again, there will be the challenges along the way. Now, this other message that I'm seeing is like, your intuition is really growing even higher than it normally is, and you're very intuitive on a normal basis. But Gem, you are actually, it's like they're showing me this vision of you with a star, okay? A star above your head. Now, you may have Aquarius in your chart indicating the star, but that's not really what I feel it is. The vision, as I translate this vision to you, is you are the star. The thinking cap is on, the light is on, you're enlightened, and you have the ability to create the family structure, the family dynamic, the friendships that you want. So there's a beautiful inner alignment for Gemini coming through where you're picking new soul family members, and they'll be like your real family. Okay, our birth family is who we choose so that we can fight challenges, so that we can rise higher, so we can go through this ascension process. These are the people that are going to be with you as you get older, as you grow forward. These are the individuals who are going to be there. And although it may be a lot less than who was around you in your youth, these are going to be people who are going to help you. They're there to communicate with you, especially for Gemini, because you love communication. You're witty, you're bright, you're intelligent, and highly intuitive. And this person is going to be your match. And again, it may very well be an Aquarius who you're partnering up with. It can be I am seeing Pisces. It can be, it may be Scorpio. You've got the transformation, the death ending. All right, you're ending this old cycle. Like I just said, you see how the cards fit the messages that I give you. It's not vice versa. I just pulled this. So this is a transformation. These are in French, by the way. I bought it here in Europe. These are individuals, and they are tied. There's soul ties, there's karmic ties, there's still lessons to be learned, but together you're going to create a union that is going to help humanity. Now, this may come in a lot of various ways. For some of you, this new individual friendship, or who you consider your family, this particular individual may be through a job, a career, it may be your neighbor, and so on and so on. It isn't showing me specifically what you're going to do. That's kind of hard to do in a general reading. But what they are saying is this person is going to be significant in your life, and you're going to be significant in theirs, and it's going to help humanity. So it's a very, very positive reading, although it may feel distorted along the way, but it's on the timeline jump. Now, I am excited for a lot of you because there's this really big inner change, an inner transformation. So Gemini, if you've been feeling good, we have a relationship with self, right? That's what this section is about. And the turmoil that you've been going through, maybe looking in the mirror and saying, I don't look so good, I don't like this. But all of the changes that you've been doing throughout the last 10 months, not weeks, although that, you may have started in the 10 weeks, but remember, we're in different increments on how far we're jumping, right? You guys are getting ready to make a massive timeline jump. All of these changes that you went through were for a reason, where you became realigned with your true authentic self. You can see clearly how you impact other people, whether that be positive or negative. There's just this very powerful presence around you because you become grounded. You become more assured in your personal journey direction. So Gemini, that's very powerful energy. Let me know if you've been working on your physical health, nutrition, the physical appearance. And that doesn't mean getting plastic surgery. It's really coming from like a natural basis where you went that direction to see if it worked, and if it doesn't, then you'll invest in the other. But it is working. That's the point that I'm being shown. It's working for you. So yay. Now, when it comes to relationships, I feel some of you are really doing well in your relationship sector. That doesn't mean that you and your partner are on the same page if you're in a relationship, but you are balancing things out. You are actually creating a sense of unity. Okay, you do your thing, I do my thing, and then every now and then we talk about it, or every night we talk about it. You have a sense of achievement. Remember, the Six of Wands came out earlier in your reading. So you and your partner have an opportunity to feel success in the relationship, new relationship growth, in a relationship that may have gone through massive transformation. The changes, this could be job changes, this may be location changes where you had to move and go into a new location. And through that new location, what they're showing me, especially if it's around a lake and mountains. There's a transformation of the location that affected both of you on a core level. So that may be meshing with the land. Remember, energy comes from anything. It comes from everything. Energy comes from paper, and these are made out of paper, right? So it's like the energy from the land may have gone a little a little bit like this to shake you guys up so that you come back together. So if you are on the outs with your partner, there is a good chance in the month of December you're going to feel like things are finally coming back together again. Now, for those of you who are single, it's time for you to mingle. And that rhyme. It's time for you to mingle. I am saying virtual, so it doesn't necessarily have to be in person, but get into those virtual groups. It's time for every single zodiac sign to be involved in a community, to be involved in a group that resonates with you. That's how you're going to find the right one. This is an individual that looks like in this vision, what I'm seeing, looks more like an in-person where there's cottages, there's log cabins with wood that goes across the buildings, a pitched roof, and there's Christmas. So it almost looks like Christmas in Europe, but in the forestry area, not in a town central. So this may be a local place that you're going to. This may be a cabin you're going to go spend the holiday season in. Just go for a visit. There is snow around. Let me know if you are going on a trip that has to do with snow, that has to do with the mountains, that has to do with cabins. And there's Christmas decorations. So it's like a little village and it's very beautiful. That's where you may be meeting somebody that you're going to feel connected to. And this particular individual is really going to be smitten by Gemini. Your witty sense of humor, your sarcasm that can come through. It's like they're just going to really like everything that Gemini is showing. So don't show them your bad side until later, right? But if this is for those of you who are ready to receive abundance, you're ready to receive from everything around you. So it's very, very powerful. Now, as you know, I do these guided messages. I call in my guides and I tap into my divine higher self. And of course, Archangel Michael is with me as well. So let me bring you the final message for Gemini for the month of December. Trying times are ahead, but those are simply a test, and each of you are smart enough to pass every test, stepping on one stone to the next, to the next. We're there to guide you so that you can align with the divine, and remember the divine is in you. You are connected directly to the divine, giving you the power to bring in everything that you desire. This is a new beginning where some of you literally are going to take a leap of faith and you're going to make a jump into something new that is going to open your spirit up again and really bring in that beautiful energetic connection, positive vibrations. Remember, you're the one that's doing this. We're here in case you fall. We're here in case you stumble. We will help get you back up so that you can align with Source directly. Gemini, you hold the power to change your life in every possible direction that you want. It is up to you on what comes in the future as you go forward through the month and lead into the new year. This is a powerful, powerful energy around our Gemini. So be very aware of what you're thinking. Be very, very aware of what you're saying and resist the temptation to pass judgment off onto other people, especially yourself. You're perfect with every imperfection that you think. We know better. You were created exactly as you are for a reason. Now it's time to show the world what that reason is. All right, thank you. Well, Gemini, that was a powerful message for you guys. I hope you have an amazing holiday season, and I will see you soon. Much love.